Good morning, welcome back to On the Road Adventure. We woke up here at this amazing campsite in Bosnia.
Which is called Bukovica campsite. I'll put it on the screen for you.
Now we came here to stop here for one night as we transited through. We've been here 4 days.
Yeah, so we ended up spending here 4 nights. Daniel, the owner, made us feel really welcomed, and just such a nice place to relax. It's not far from the village. A little bit in the forest, so it's quiet enough but close enough to shops and restaurant if you need one.
We've had some really local meals and things. I had the local Bosnian Sunday lunch yesterday, which was very good. But this campsite, absolutely beautiful, which is why we stayed so long. It's, you know, middle of nowhere. There's a beautiful stream and water running through with fish and everything. And there's this amazing wooden bridge that crosses over the stream. Everything here is handmade by Daniel. He's built everything on this land himself, the buildings, everything.
Well, if you feel adventurous enough, you can park your motorcycle or your adventure car on the other side of the campsite, and you will have to cross the stream to get there, which might feel like a little adventure. What I really liked here as well, it's the friendly dog that Daniel has, Kokolina. She's been really good. The most friendly dog I've ever met, I think.
He's also got a very comical horse to which he seems to keep going and getting back and putting where he wants it. And then the horse just pulls his stake out and goes for a wander, and Daniel goes and fetches it back. And we've been watching that for a few days. Bit of a circus, but very entertaining. Beautiful, clean facilities. Honestly, it's not often we rave about a campsite, but yeah, this one is beautiful, and credit to Daniel, it's amazing.
It's definitely worth the stop, and Daniel has been really helpful, which we're gonna tell you about it a bit more later.
Look at the size of this bug here in the grass. This thing is massive. I have no idea what that is. Or
yeah,
if it's
touch
alive.
it. That's a great idea.
Oh, you must be dead. That is huge, whatever it is.
I think we're finally ready to go. Straps.
So important when we leave a campsite that we have a good look round and make sure we don't leave anything behind. Just losing a cup or a spork or something would be disastrous for us. Well, before we go, I'm going to nip down here and say goodbye to these guys. These guys are a British couple, and they've built this van themselves, and they've been travelling, or they're going around. They've got 1 year, so. All right. Yeah, we thought we'd come and say goodbye. Wish you safe travels.
Yeah, and you.
Yeah.
And you.
Great job with the van. There you go. Enjoy your trip, bud.
Yes, and you. It was nice to meet you. I think she's jumped in the shower, to be fair.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, tell her we said bye. Nice to meet you. Safe travels, all right?
See ya. Bye. You too.
Do you know what? It's felt like a little bit of a community while we've had our stay here, and a few other people stay. We've sat here and drinking coffee and enjoying our time together. Bye. See you later. Cheers, Daniel.
Daniel. Bye.
Top bloke. Top bloke. We've had a great time here. It's been awesome. It's so nice now that we slow things back down to the pace that we enjoy and go slow and see more. And when you have somewhere that you really like, stop for a while and enjoy it. There's that very naughty horse. He does whatever he likes, that one. He goes where he pleases.
It's funny though, because this campsite was actually a lot of people were just leaving, you know, when we were there. They sort of like a stopover for the night. But every day just felt really homely and nice, so it makes you feel like the place just makes you feel really good and relaxed, so you enjoy spending time there.
We thought we had a problem, to be fair. It's an issue we still have right now, of not having any camping gas. But the nearest place to get the camping gas is in the big town, which is about half an hour away from here. So we were going to stay one night, survive on whatever we could find, and then go and get it. But Daniel's so good that no problem, there's a kitchen here for the restaurant. Help yourself, knock yourself out, you know. The bloke could not be, more helpful. And we also have another problem as well. Now, it transpires that when you come to Bosnia, you need some separate insurance, which our insurance company doesn't cover. And we were told you could pick that up on the border, as you would if you're going to Morocco or something, but that appears to not be the case. So Daniel got onto the phone to somebody that he knows, again in the same city nearby, and they've actually arranged for us to get a month's worth of insurance. So those are our first jobs of the day. We need to go get the gas, get the insurance, and then we can go explore some more knowing that we are fully covered.
Yeah, we didn't want to be riding around with no insurance because it is gonna cost us 40 euros per bike for a month. I think that's the shortest you can do with the insurance agent, but I'd rather have that insurance even if I know it's not really worth that much. But if I was to cause an accident or be in one, I want to have the insurance even if it's nothing fancy, you know.
When we arrived, we couldn't find it at the border as we expected. We asked the guy at the border, and he just didn't know nothing, like, you know, get him on your way. And so we looked at Horizon's UK Facebook page there. It's for travellers, you know, travelling around the world on bikes. And yeah, we couldn't find any information there, but we also found another guy who had entered, and he had the same issue, and he was going from pillar to post looking for insurance as well. So we realised how lucky we've been to have Daniel's help to make phone calls in his language and organise all that for us.
So we sent off the papers last night with Daniel to the insurance guy. Even though it was Sunday yesterday, he prepared everything for us, and he phoned Daniel this morning saying it's ready to be picked up whenever we swing by his office.
We're coming into the main town here now, and it's amazing how things have changed literally just over the last mile or so. Everything now is looking modern, and, you know, lots of big buildings and things, lots more people around. Strange traffic officer stood in the middle of the roundabout there. Hopefully we're now going to find the office of this insurance company.
I think that's it. That's the pink building here on the left.
Well, as experiences go when it comes to insurance companies, that is probably the best I've ever had. Luckily our friend at the campsite, Daniel, sent through our papers and things like that, so everything was prepared for us when we arrived. But it's all very friendly, you know. Come, sit down, have a coffee. A bloke went next door to the cafe, got a drink and everything, sat in the air-conditioned room, and then somebody else came along and went to an office, did some bits of paperwork, and we're all sorted and happy and ready to go. That was so quick and easy, it's brilliant. Not like in the UK when you've got to do 20 forms and answer every question. Oh, I know what we nearly forgot. Camping gas.
Oh, camping gas.
We cannot forget that again. Alright, we were about to set off for our next scheduled stop, which will be amazing, much more amazing than a garage for camping gas, but that is very important to us. So let's readjust the map. We've been relying the last few days while we didn't go anywhere, going down to the village where we were staying at a campsite, and we were eating stuff there because we didn't have any gas or anything to cook on. It is so pleasant riding through here, it's unbelievable. It's September and 32 degrees.
I think the further south we're gonna go, the warmer it's gonna get. It's really nice.
Alright, this should be the petrol station we've been told we can grab some gas, so let's get the bikes over here. See if we have any luck. Well, that didn't go very well. There was gas inside there, but it's the wrong connection for what we need. We've looked online, and it seems that the next place we can get some is an Intersport in Sarajevo, which is some miles away. Quick update, we think that there's an Intersport in a shopping centre just up here nearby to us, so we're going to flip in and have a look, see if we have any joy. These are the things that always take time when you're travelling. It's the simplest things, but they always tend to prove to be the most problematic, trying to locate something.
We can see the Intersport. There's loads of shopping there. Alright.
Well, no joy with the gas, just a rather hot and sweaty walk around the shopping centre. Nothing in there, so we are going to give up promptly with that. It's far too hot to be messing around looking around shops. Luckily for us though, cafes and things seem to be quite popular even in the little villages and stuff, so we're pretty confident that we are going to be fed and watered wherever we stop. Look at this fella here cycling. He's got 1, 2, 3 sacks there on that push bike. The top one is 25 kilos, whatever it is he's carrying.
Champion, huh? Well done, mate.
I saw another fella in the village yesterday. He had an old push bike and there wasn't handlebars on the top but a proper car steering wheel. We've seen a lot of funky cars, old cars and things made up of many different panels, but I am sure that this Renault in front of us is driving like a crab. He keeps going off to the side on the right there, but I'm sure that those front and rear wheels aren't aligned up in a straight line. I think we're riding through Lactassi now, and the main towns just look absolutely stunning. Lots of shops and eateries and cafes and things like that. It's amazing. And then you go just outside of the towns and we're on a sort of I don't know, an A road if you like. We're staying away from the main roads, you see nothing. And then it is so varied, everything from, you know, how people are looking to the vehicles to the houses. Clearly there are some people here living a very good life in really nice, big, modern, massive looking houses. And then there are plenty of people at the other end of the scale as well. I was speaking to the campsite owner earlier on, asking about, you know, what problems there are here in Bosnia, and he was saying there are a lot of people that struggle to find enough work to live a good, comfortable life. I imagine in the rural areas that's definitely the case. Well, we are absolutely dying for a drink. It is mega hot. So we haven't tried one of these petrol station type cafe restaurant things yet. It's really difficult. We've been going along this sort of main street and we've seen cafes and bars and things like that, but we've absolutely no idea what's good or where to stop. So petrol stations are often good.
Hopefully this is not only coffee, maybe it's food as well. We are inside the petrol station cafe and they do not make any food, but we got coffee each and a bottle of water each, and that is about €5. Rich is so hungry, he got the potato crisps from the bike. And that's the cafe and the petrol station inside. Also, you can have your coffee and a cigarette indoors. Smoking indoors is something that we don't really get to see anymore. But I don't know, it's not bothering me, but it's probably not the best.
Something else you can get in that garage, other than food, which you cannot, it seems. Sandwiches are not a thing here, do you notice that?
No.
Yeah, but if you want some shots or something like that, or alcohol, any beer you like, that's all there and available, no problem.
Pretty good, and some gambling going on as well.
Yeah, a lot of that. Yeah. I've noticed actually, a lot of the towns and things we've been going through, there's a lot of like sports
machines.
bars and yeah, Admiral sort of gambling places and things. Just as an example here, there's a flash BMW over there. An old Ford, I think, something like that, but there's so many different vehicles, but this one over here has caught my eye. I have absolutely no idea what that is, but I think it looks pretty cool. It looks almost like a Fiat 500 or Panda or something on huge wheels. Those wheels look brand new as well. It says it's a Lada on the back, 4x4. I think that's the coolest thing going. I'd much rather have that than that flash BMW.
I know that Lada 4x4, or Lada in general, was a very popular car many years ago. If I'm not mistaken, they were Russian made. So as far as I'm aware, they don't make them anymore, so it must be a really old one in just mint condition.
That one's wheels looks absolutely brand spankers, like it never turned a wheel. I think it's really cool, I want one. I want to get one of those little cars and then go off and try to ride the Tet on it or something. There's a mosque over it, looks brand new.
We've been riding for a little while now and we passed by the town of Banja Luka. Didn't really go in, just sort of passed it by. And now we are going towards Krupa Waterfalls and the roads are really picking up. It starts to get hilly and really green and twisty.
There's a big group of touring bikes ahead of us, so we must be on the right track for some good roads. Weather is absolutely beautiful. This place reminds me a lot of Thailand, with that sort of, you know, when you go somewhere and it truly feels really foreign to you, and that heat as well. But what I love about Bosnia over Thailand is that there's excellent food everywhere. Even in the small villages and things, there's restaurants and stuff. Evidently not at petrol stations, mind. But I'm hoping we're going to bump into one of these nice restaurants somewhere and show you what's on offer to eat.
Careful.
I had a need to catch up with the other group of bikes, see what's going on here. Looks like these are all from Slovenia, from the number plates. Lots of BMW GS's, a couple of V-Stroms, all nice big touring bikes. There's a big lorry up front causing the hold up. I'm guessing he needs to watch himself here with all these rocks overhanging the road. My bike sounds fantastic reverbing off these rocks. What a noise! We are really enjoying these twisty roads now. Things have picked up massively. Beautiful roads, beautiful scenery, running alongside this river here. Every now and again we get a decent glimpse of the river, and the water is absolutely crystal clear. We can see the bottom from here. Left here it says. I love my Tenere. It is so playful, this thing. We are arriving at Krupa Springs, or Krupa Waterfalls. We're hoping, at least. Anyway, we have been warned that Google Maps isn't the best here. We might have to try Waze if it lets us down, but so far it's been pretty good. Oh, yeah, here we go, look. And a motorcycle down there. Not any motorcycle, but a Tenere. Not just one, but another one over there. Very nice indeed. Luckily it's only a short walk from the car park. Well, where we got the Teneres anyway. I think there's a main car park further up. Krupa Waterfalls is only actually a small space, a small area here, but it is absolutely beautiful. The waterfalls here cascading down this little tiny valley with all these wooden timber-built houses. Absolutely lovely. It does seem though that, believe it or not, in 30-degree heat it is out of season. Some of these little huts have you know, little wares for sale, local honey and soft cheeses and things, but it's all closed today, sadly. A brief but beautiful stop there. I really enjoyed that. What's really surprising is the little area around it, and on the main street is full of cafes and things, but there's nobody about. And you would think that lots of people from Europe would want to come here this time of year. I mean, look at it. It's 32 degrees according to the bike. Absolutely amazing. I wouldn't want to be here in the peak of summer. I reckon that'd be far too hot.
I think summertime it will be too hot to actually ride, but more than the waterfall, I'm actually looking forward to some food.
Yeah, I was expecting to find restaurants and all kinds of touristy stuff there, but no joy. But that's okay, we'll find something soon, I'm sure. We've been going up this twisty road for a while, and when I say up, we have been gaining some elevation. The views here are absolutely stunning. We need to have a little stop here and I'll just show you what's over the other side of this cliff.
Don't go over the barrier.
No, that's a long way down. Oh, it's a very long way down.
But it is a little bit unnerving actually.
There's absolutely no way you'll see this on camera, but I promise you, I can see 3 or 4 very large fish down there. That's amazing. I would bet a fair amount of money that when we said we were going to go into Bosnia, that this is not what you thought of.
Probably not.
Let's not mention the war. Bosnia has so much to offer here. The roads are great, the views are great, the rivers are great, the food's great, although we haven't actually found it yet today, which is not great, but we are still in very high spirits with views like this.
Bit of a dodgy parking in here, but it was worth the stop. Right, let's now get out of here. The plan is we selected the next town en route, kind of. We don't really have a route set in stone anyway. And we're going to find some food over there and see what other options for camping or anywhere we can stay for the night.
This whole area we're lucky enough to ride today, absolutely beautiful. Honestly, I don't know if the whole area is a national park or something. It should be. It's so nice. Perfect riding roads, but you do have to watch out for guys like that Audi there. They will come round the corner halfway on our side. That seems to be a bit of a common thing here, especially in these more twisty areas. But these are fantastic riding roads. I'm feeling a little bit smitten actually with Bosnia right now, and I'm sure you guys can see why. It is lovely. I'm sure people asked us in the comments as well about how we're getting on with the new tyres. We got the new Heidenau K60 Scouts on, and yeah, on the road in the twisties they are absolutely fantastic. We read online some different reviews like you always do with tyres. You know, everyone's got a different opinion on any tyre. Apparently they're no good in the wet, but I don't know, we haven't had that experience to find out yet. But in this environment, fantastic, and I hope that we get to try them out on some really cool gravel roads soon as well. I am having the time of my life on this Tenere, carving through these canyon roads. Absolutely awesome fun. And we've been really lucky as well going this way. We have had hardly any traffic, nobody slowing things up. We are coming through this little town now. There's a few people around. Everything looks pretty shut up though, which is a bit worrying. We're hoping we're going to stumble into a restaurant. Oh, looks a bit busier here. More gambling places here, they're absolutely everywhere. We have both found that our phones have been a little bit dodgy on our SIM cards, but we did pick up a local SIM card in the village petrol station the other day. So yeah, he was using that one to navigate in a minute on her bike. Well, we have a new plan. We're at the supermarket. He was just nipped in and got some groceries and things. Time's getting on a little bit, so we have chose a campsite about 10 minutes from here, and we're going to go there and sort ourselves out. Right, well, we have arrived at the campsite. What we got going on over here then? There's a motorbike.
We arrived at the campsite and turns out it's more of a camper van campsite but the owner offered us a room that he's got here on the side, and that was only 30 euros, so we obviously took it. And if you see how it looks inside, I'm surprised it's only 30 euros, to be fair. That's our bikes here.
Our plans change a lot.
Oh yeah.
Ours today, anyway. Come and have a look in here. The guy who's a biker himself, he brought his bike because he knew we were coming on bikes, and he said, because you're bikers, you can have this for 30 euros.
What did he have? Honda?
NC 750.
NC 750. Okay, look at this. I wish you could smell it. It smells expensive in here. Like really, really nice. So we've got nice 2 single beds pushed together, bathroom, everything that we need. Patio area outside to chill. I think I really like it.
Only this morning was I saying just how easy it has been our last 4 days getting food. We must have struck lucky in the village we were in because there were 2 great restaurants. So
Yeah,
I paid the price for bragging about that, I think.
Yeah, so tonight we've got 2 supermarket sandwiches, and that'll have to do. I've bought some chocolate and yogurt, so we'll be okay.
That's the way it goes. When you're travelling, especially without a plan as well, you don't know what's around the next corner, and we love that, but you don't always stumble across, you know, the best
Exactly.
restaurant or whatever. It's just the way it goes.
Yeah, when we were passing Banja Luka in the morning,
We should have stopped there,
we
shouldn't
should have
we?
stopped and got some food, because there was plenty of restaurants and kebabs and everything you can think of. So there is a restaurant across the road, and
Owned
we
by the
are
same guy,
told
this
that
campsite.
there is English breakfast there.
Oh, I don't want that. I'm not interested. No, so far the food in Bosnia, apart from today because it's been remote, has been fantastic, and I really wanted to show you some of that today, but there's always tomorrow. We've got plenty of time here, so
We're going to do some great riding tomorrow. I can't wait, honestly.
honestly, the maps just look so twisty around here, and the views and the scenery is just, it's so promising. And we're really actually excited to show you Bosnia, so join us in the next one. Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.